Hi, Tenma here. So I ended up re-recording this episode. I felt it was better this way. Originally I had it conflated with the Turbo episode. But yeah, I'm on this season. And when I started this series, I really looked for doing these and doing like looking at these seasons and go, you know what, I can see why somebody likes this, because every season has its fans. I have found that there are no seasons that everyone will universally hate. There are just some where a lot of people will hate and say this sucks, but there are fans of seasons, no matter what they are. And yeah, this one, I don't have many good things to say about it. I have like 2 good things to say about this season, and this season is, well, obviously you can guess by the title, but the season is Operation Overdrive. I am sorry if you are one of the very few people that like this season. This season is basically given, along with a couple of other seasons I noticed, you normally are on the bottom of everyone's hated seasons. Well, you know, they're on the bottom list of favorite seasons. It is very hated, and part of me thinks it's like, yes, it deserves it. It was just, I didn't find it particularly good, and when I watched it, it was kind of painful for me to watch. I'm not gonna lie, it was a very painful watch. And I feel bad if you love this season. I feel bad for saying the fact that I don't have much that I can attribute to it being good. And about the 2 things I can is, one, the story. The concept was interesting. I'm very sad that it just wasn't executed very well. And the concept was essentially 3 factions looking for artifacts, particularly the one of the Corona Aurora. Yeah, because it's the uber awesome item. And you have the bad guy factions who are obviously going after it because they want the power, and then the good guy faction, which are the Power Rangers, are trying to stop that. So you have adventure and kind of this Indiana Jones-esque thing going on, in which let's travel the world, find the artifacts, let's try to beat the other 2. Actually, I think it was 3 eventually. And it had a decent enough start, but it was like within after the 2nd episode, I just found it just kind of went downhill. And I'm not going to go into why I don't like it, because that's not what this video series is about. But that's for another thing entirely. But I can say with it had a very interesting concept. And the other thing I liked about it was the Mac's story and Mac's relationship with Andrew and Spencer. Okay, overall I liked Spencer. I thought he was fucking awesome. But I like snarky characters. But you had a pretty good father-son story. I wouldn't say pretty good. It was decent. And there have been better father-son stories in Power Rangers, honestly. And this one's alright. And you take what you can get. And this one had that interesting feel to it, because you kind of thought at first that Andrew was being overprotective of Mac, but there was just kind of something off with the way Andrew and Spencer talked about Mac, and you had all these little lead up to the big reveal of Mac is an android, and they actually did a good job leading up to that for kind of the season that it was. I'm not saying it was the best, but it did a decent lead up to it. You could put the pieces together, and then when it happened, it wasn't like an out of nowhere left turn thing that they did to be like, ooh, look at this. No, it was a build up. The way Andrew treated Mac to kind of the way, again, Andrew and Spencer would talk about Mac. And then when you find out, you're like, oh, some of those conversations now make a little bit more sense. And then you not only had kind of that interesting topic that Andrew was so lonely he built a son and what makes a family, but you also dealt with Mac searching for himself, and that's a big thing for teenagers. And it was kind of explained a little bit earlier with teenagers with Justin, but Mac's a lot older. He's like 18 or 19, I think, in the series, and he's trying to branch away from his father. Well, physically, age-wise, he's supposed to be 18 or 19. I think he's the youngest ranger at like age 4. Age 4 for his build. So, but back to the topic at hand. But he was trying to break away from his father at the very beginning. He's like, no, I want to do my own thing. I don't want to exactly. Oh, I want to be there for you, but you can't just constantly protect me and shield me from the world. I want to explore it. And and so you have that mixed with, he does go through a time period after he finds out he's an android, kind of goes through the whole, does this unit have a soul thing going on? And he goes through identities and everything, and he's like, I don't know who I am because I found out that all my memories and everything, they were programmed, they are a lie. And that's when, Spencer came in, and it's like, you are who you are, and, the whole big thing of, like, you make who you are. So it's essentially a slightly weirder take. If you want the better Power Ranger version of watching a more father-son relationship and splitting and not being like your parent, I would recommend Time Force. I do not recommend Time Force if you don't want your head to explode with time paradoxes. That's another video entirely. But that had a better one with the Collins. With Wes and his father. But yeah, no, Mac and Andrew had a very interesting relationship, and they did explore it pretty well, I thought. But yeah, that's just like what I can talk about with Operation Overdrive is kind of sad, because it's like I don't like that season. And again, I feel bad because, this video series is about stuff I liked and, seasons I didn't particularly care about. And, I want to, be a little bit more positive. Because again, there are people that are fans of this season. I don't know. And, maybe, that'd be really neat. One of you out there, if you like this season, go ahead and talk about why you like it. Because, obviously something clicked with you, and something's not clicking with me, and that's cool. And again, I'm sorry, but not much I can say. But again, if you have an idea why you like this so much, and you can tell me why it clicked with you, I want to go ahead and hear it. Gush about it. That's cool. I like hearing people gush and squee about stuff they love. It's kind of a nice feeling. So yeah, that's for Operation Overdrive. And then my next topic, probably, it's in the unpopular opinion category. I feel really, really bad for it, but I wasn't the biggest fan of Dino Thunder. Till next vlog, I'll see you next time.